Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway. Call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluffs. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Another wonderful Friday afternoon to you, everyone. It is the 12th of July, 2024. This is The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, your host and producer, alongside our technical operator, Alton Jaquan Joseph. I hope you're having a good day so far. I hope it has been a good week for you. This is our last program for the week, of course. And I hope you're looking forward to an enjoyable, restful, productive, but above all, safe weekend. And that's what I want to wish you right from the outset, with an apology for the late start. I think that's happening. It's happened about 3 times for the week. I'm so sorry about it. This time it wasn't me forgetting my device or anything of that kind. It was just the computers, the studio computers having a mind of their own and deciding that this is the time that they're going to reboot. This is the time they're going to restart. I don't know, to do updates or whatever it is, and then getting them to come back up and so on. It's impossible, they do their own thing. And at the point in the cycle, they caught us off guard when there was nobody, I suppose, around to arrest the process, or to, as we would say, skip it, reschedule it for another time. So it was going through its cycle. We're really sorry about that, but thank you very much for your patience. And as I always say, for your putting up with the little glitches that afflict us from time to time. I hope that your glitches are few or non-existent, and that you're coping with them. We know life doesn't come without them every once in a while. I never thought that I was the only one who was concerned about what's happening on our roads. But this morning I have seen a couple of people in chat groups that I belong to really expressing concern about what seems to be the, if not outright absence, but the scarcity of traffic police on our roads. I mean, I wouldn't say they're not there at all. I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but it can seem that way. That they're scarce, that they're few and far between, that all the things that are happening on the road, you don't hear this blare of sirens chasing down some crazy overtaker and someone who's doing something that is against the law, that is putting people's safety, people's lives, property, vehicles, and so on, both motorists and pedestrians alike, putting them at risk, putting them in great danger. And I've been disappointed in the fact that so many new motorcycles and other vehicles have been very recently handed to the police that you have to ask yourself, why don't we see them on the road more? Surely the police have been doing this for a long time. The officers, the supervisors, the seniors who dispatch the patrolmen and patrol women on the motorcycles and in the vans, they know the trouble places. They know where these things tend to happen more. And while I do not, and nobody expects that police will be available for every single incident. Let me answer a call from Elias Amosing. I'll come back to that in a moment. Elias Amosing, I hope you know that I'm answering the call while I'm live on air. Do you want to go live on air?
I don't know you was live on air. No. I didn't know you was live on air.
You want to talk to us about the farm assistance program and so on? Why don't you tell us about that? How's it been going?
Well, I can just say a few things. I'm preparing to go funeral, no problem.
All right, well, go ahead. Tell us about it. You are a supervisor or the manager of, how's it called? The farm assistance. What's that?
Farm supervisor for Region 4.
Okay. And that program is called the Farm Assistance Program.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about that. How's it been going, and because someone who has benefited from it called me this morning coincidentally and said that, it has done absolute wonders for him at a very difficult time. So please tell us.
Well, as of today, I have worked 21 farms. And all the farmers are excited because, they really needed that help. The farmers' farm, some of them were abandoned. Some just didn't have the ability or any way to really work that farm in a way that it would give them sufficient revenue in returns.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the farms, as though the farmers was just, about quitting.
Mm.
And then there came the program. And that program have done wonders, especially in Region 4.
Okay.
I am telling you, some of the farmers, if I send you some photos, you will be surprised to see the work that have been put in. And I believe that should go a long way, serving the country in terms of reducing our food import bills and provide food for our country and for our people.
Okay, so Region 4 covers, give us an idea what areas are covered by Region 4.
It is from Prale to Canal, going up in the Maho area, Celia, the Point, a huge area.
All right,
it covers
okay.
Likud North and Likud South.
Okay. Okay, so...
And I believe...
Go ahead, sorry. Mm.
There are a lot of farmers that are seeking assistance, but as we know, the program is for 6 months. It may be extended, we don't know. Let's pray God that it will, so we can continue our good works.
Yeah, so tell me exactly what kind of assistance do you give farmers? Because the farmer who spoke to me said because of an accident that he had, the injuries he had, he could not go to his farm. The farm was abandoned. What is the assistance? Do you all weed? Do you all spray? Do you all help with the drains? Do you all do replanting? Give us an idea of the exact kind of assistance that you give.
Well, apart from inputs, we give assistance at weeding, plowing, doing drains, fertilizing, just name it. Just name it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that farmer that called you,
Mm-hmm.
this will be the key farm in Region 4.
Okay.
This farmer have a huge farm, and I bring the farm back to shape, and the farmer excited. He's feeling as though, as though heaven come down, and the glory of God have filled his soul.
All right, Elias, that's good. Do you believe that there are farmers out there who maybe need that kind of assistance, but they are reluctant, they are timid, they are ashamed, whatever, to come forward and to ask for it and so on for various reasons? Do you believe there is much more that you could be doing, but people don't want to step forward?
I don't believe people don't want to step forward. I believe that we cannot reach out to all the farmers. Because the number of farmers that are calling me and they are calling other persons, I believe the farmers are coming forward, but it's just that the time period is too short to cover all those farmers.
Mm-hmm. You said it is for 6 months. Is it a case that when the 6 months is up, it will be reviewed to see, if it is necessary or if it is justifying to extend it, or that is just the period that it is going to cover and that'll be it?
Well, I'm not in a capacity to say yes, but I believe that can be done.
Okay, all right, okay. And so far, what has been the experience for you as a supervisor in terms of the cooperation you have been getting?
Well, to be honest, the workers are working as though we are one family. The farmers as though we are one family. Everybody is happy. I am happy because I'm doing great for my country. I'm doing great for my region. The farmers themselves are happy because they are getting help where there was no help.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Anything further from you, Mr. Amosing, at this time? I know you said you're preparing to go to a funeral, but if there's anything in parting that you wish to say, do go ahead.
Well, to be honest, all I can say, I do see that this government has done great for the country. And if only God will allow them to continue in that vein, I believe St. Lucia will be changed up and down.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Elias Amosing. He is a supervisor, in fact, the supervisor, as he told us, for Region 4 of the new Farm Assistance Program. And I can tell you that the farmer who spoke to me said, look, He had been down since he'd had an accident, could not go to his farm at all. The place was overgrown with weeds. It was like the farm had been abandoned. Nothing he could have done. And along came this farm assistance program. And I mean, it is like Mr. Amosing and others have gone onto the farm. They have assessed the needs. They have decided that the place needs weeding and debushing and clearing up and replanting and raising drain, because once you hit the hurricane season, the rainy season, drains become an issue, drainage and so on. So, probably drains that had gone into disuse and been abandoned, to revive them again, to dig new drains, to do those kind of things. He said they've done an absolutely wonderful job, while he couldn't do anything but just go and watch the work that they're done, that he's extremely satisfied with it. And I'm very happy to hear. Maybe Mr. Amosing called to tell me something else, but I'm happy that I was able to engage him to speak about it. I'm sure we'll get to speak with other supervisors, farmers, and the persons who are helping in other regions as well. Whatever we can do for local agriculture, already challenged by so many things such as water shortages, water scarcity, so many different things, predial larceny, etc. And I'm hoping that maybe that farm assistance program can be extended towards, having a kind of a farmer's watch, neighborhood watch and so on, people looking out for each other, rotating and so on to deal with the problem of predial larceny. It has been a very serious problem, people malicious, sometimes not even stealing, just sabotaging people's farms and so on out of spite, that we can watch out for those kinds of things. Coming back to the point I was making earlier about the traffic, I believe people are complaining that the traffic department of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, they do not see them out there enough. And in fact, I heard one of the people who put in a voice note in a group of which I am a member, saying that the police should not just show up or turn up when there have been crashes, when there have been accidents, when there have been collisions. They should be patrolling the road with a view to deterring those kinds of things, serving as a deterrent. People know police are looking. And I don't know where we are at with CCTV surveillance, but in the areas where the police cannot be, or the police will go to areas where they don't have CCTV, but to be reviewing the surveillance all the time, to be checking the things people are doing, not because you were not charged at the exact time that you did the crazy overtaking over continuous unbroken lines around corners, blind corners and all of that, and the problems that you cause, that the footage can be reviewed and you can still be charged, while the police focus on areas where maybe we do not have that kind of CCTV coverage. We need to do something about it. I have been saying so all the time. It is not only when somebody gets killed or a few people get shot and so on that we hear, zero tolerance. We are adopting a policy of zero tolerance. How often have we heard that zero tolerance thing? Zero tolerance has to mean just that. People do not just spring up one day and somebody dies and so on. There is usually, if not always, a build-up to that kind of thing. There is the testing of the waters. There is the criminals doing the what you consider the lower grade or lower level things to see if they will get away with it, if law enforcement will turn a blind eye, if nobody will challenge them, if nobody will pursue them. They do those things until they progress to the point where they feel bold enough to do the bigger things, to do the worst things, to do the ultimate things, to kill people. So, the whole traffic situation of what people are doing on the road, the problem of the lights, the kind of lights that vehicles are outfitted with. I know you can't be there to see every instance of somebody failing to dim their lights, but most of us can cope with people not dimming their lights and so on. We've been trained from driving school days to look at the extreme left and to focus on the edge of the road, so we turn our eyes off it. They show us to do those things from driving school days. But don't tell me you cannot bust a few people with those kind of, bright white lights and whatever it is that is, blinding and disorienting people on the road, and they don't care, and they're doing any kind of thing, changing lanes like crazy, on the falling road and so on, between the median barriers, on either sides. I mean, we need to watch out for those things. Too much of it is happening. Police, I think you are doing some good work. I think you have risen to the occasion. I know you cannot do everything all the time, everywhere, which is why yesterday I asked the question. Hasn't the time come for us to have that conversation about how we utilize our law enforcement and security resources in the country? All these shows, all these fetes, all these events and so on, that seem to me to be a fairly heavy drain on the deployment of police resources, do we need now to start talking about how we can deal with that without hurting the larger national interest and economy? In the same way, it cannot be that in broad daylight, in view of everyone, that people can be doing the kind of things that they're doing on the road. And it is getting worse because they're getting away with it. This is the criminal mind. You do a little probe, you do a little test, you do a little see how it will go, and then it becomes normalized. You feel that it is something that you are entitled to do, that you are justified in doing, that nobody can tell you anything, nobody can talk to you. Folks, I don't know, but we have to do something about that. And we have to do it quick. Maybe with school closed and so on, but what about when school reopens and you know, September rolls around and you have children on the road, on vehicles and on foot and all of those kind of things. All different problems. Vendors want to take over sidewalks. They don't want to pay $1 a day for the right to be there. People, you know, pedestrians, including school children, being forced to walk on the road and so on. And then people want to park on both sides or whatever it is. And the next thing, children going to start getting hit and their legs going to get broken. We've already heard of incidents of, you know, people getting hit on pedestrian crossing and a whole lot of those things happening. These things don't just come out of nowhere. They do not come as bolts out of the blue. There is a build-up to them. And we have to watch the build-up to them and deal with the build-up before it reaches the climax. We have to do it. Deal with the thing, nip it in the bud, attack it when it is in its formative stages. Do not wait until it reaches the stage of tragedy and then you want to push back and you want zero tolerance and you want to show like you're tough and you want to come and be gouging people. Maybe none of that would have been necessary if we deal with it right from the moment it begins to manifest. Perhaps a lot of the things where people shooting people and all of that, who better to know the signs and the build up to those things and to deal with them? We can easily lose control of it. It can slip away from us very quickly. So I want to say, folks, let's do something about it. Police, do something about it. It's not just the ceremony we want to see about the handing over of the vehicles and of the jet skis and all these sort of things. We want to see action. We want to see the places where those renegade jet ski operators just, you know, racing up and down in the areas near where people bathing, and don't wait until when somebody gets hit by a jet ski and gets killed and so on. We've had incidents like that already. I want to see police jet skis chasing down people and stopping them and ordering them, you know, out of the water and so on, and you know, questioning them and taking action and so on. We want to see it. Show us that something is happening. It cannot be random like that when we have law enforcement in the country and we're being told that they are better equipped now than they have ever been before. Let us see results for those things. Don't tell me if we were not doing anything, people would have died and so on. Yeah, I know that. It would have been a lot worse. But at the present stage, it is still not acceptable, the kind of things we are seeing happening. Let's see action. And let me say this. I don't know how true it is, but I'm told that there are some people who have their tails up already, rejoicing already that the term of the commissioner is going to end soon. I don't know how true it is. I've seen some things floating about the place about the commissioner is coming to the end of her contract, and like some people are happy about it and some people already, it seems like, immobilizing their forces and so on to to push back against, you know, her apparent or expected successor, and you know, the battle and so on is already, you know, battle lines are already being drawn and so on. I want to say this to people, whether they're in Police Welfare Association, whether they're in some other clique within the police force, this is a time when your country needs you to be at your best in terms of your character, in terms of your morals, in terms of your patriotism, your discipline and so on. Everybody has a gripe and a beef with somebody. But if you see all you can think of is to use, whether it is police, welfare, whatever, for a political agenda and so on, there are many people who have thought they could be malicious and mischievous, and they are the ones who end up on the scrap heap. they are the ones who end up wrecking themselves. And I believe we have seen many examples of it. I don't need to go. If it is true that there are people who are already gathering whoever are the members of their cliques and so on, so that they can give trouble, so that if the now commissioner goes off on her final departure from the force, she's retired already, remember, and you all just are preparing yourselves to give the new commissioner or the incoming commissioner, whoever that may be, trouble because you all have some beef, you all have some gripe or something against them. I've been saying to you, the citizenry of this country will only take so much and they will only allow it to go so far. I am saying the things I'm saying because I would not like to see law-abiding people turn into criminal vigilantes and death squads and whatever it is and so on. Because to the young men who believe that you can continue to practice the criminality that you're practicing, to be holding up people, to be robbing people, to be going into stores and frightening people out of their wits and so on with holding gun on them because you feel you're so powerful and you're so bad. It only takes a little flip. It only takes a flip of a moment for the respectable law-abiding citizenry to decide that they ain't taking it no more. They can't take anything. And I can point to you to countries, where these things have happened. I can point to you countries where these things have happened, where we've heard about so-called death squads and right-wing death squads and so on, and it is all respectable people, some of them university professors during the day. But in the night, they decide they're going out hunting for the people who break into their house. Their surveillance camera saw it, and they didn't believe it made any sense going to the police, who decided that they were taking matters into their own hands. I want to tell you, the young men who believe you can do things with impunity only so far, before the very same people who clutching their rosary and going to church and saying how many Hail Marys, that they decide, look, this is a battle for our survival, for my children, for all that sort of thing. And they may decide. And I'm telling you, if they decide to do that, you'll be surprised how much more capable they are than you to get certain things done. I'm warning you, don't push your luck too far. I'm not encouraging it, And I'm telling you, in a lot of places where people have decided they have only one recourse and they're not taking it anymore, and they feel their backs have been pushed and pressed against the wall sufficiently, and they say, we have a right to live. We have a right to be here. We have a right to survive. We have a right to live in peace and not have people terrorizing us all the time. Young men, I'm telling you all may not see it is possible, but the only reason it's not happening yet is because those people still have some fear of God and some law-abidingness, some respect for the law in them. Don't push your luck that it cannot change. This is the real issues. We took a break. We'll be right back.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you at Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into and staying with the real issues. We are on Real FM Radio 91.3 North and 91.5 South. We're also simulcasting on NBC Television, Channel 120 on the Flow Cable Service, and we are on Facebook Live as well, live streaming on YouTube. All right, so let me just read a message which came in, and it's from Christopher Alexander, the Director of Maritime Affairs at the St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority. And he says, Shelton, the need to address the deteriorating safety risks is why there is the need for enforcing the speaker heights on the boats. And I think last week he gave us a call and spoke about that. Also highlight the need to address the issue of vehicles now parking on the narrow concrete road near the Union Zoo and causing traffic backups at this critical bypass. I think it's talking about the Armandale Road. So much has been said about that. This matter about the speakers on the boats and so on, I think Christopher did a good job, Mr. Alexander, last week when he spoke about it, and the pleasure boats, the boat rides on the catamarans and so on. And nowadays I see people are having mountain speakers on their cars and so on, fairly high and playing them loud. And there's a certain gas station that I normally go to get my gas. I like the gas stations, the modern gas stations that they have, because of the wide space that they have. Some gas stations, they're okay, but the space is just a little too cramped. You can hardly get to turn, and you can hardly get to position your vehicle to take gas. So the new, big yard gas stations, I kind of like them. But it looked like they have become hangout spots for people with those big speakers and, high speakers mounted on top, on the roof of those vehicles. And they go there and they play them at, well, I don't know what's full blast for them, but quite loud. And I wonder if the gas station owners don't have a right to tell them, when you enter our yard, lower your music and so on. This is just so, I don't know how to describe it, of people just have this arrogance of feeling that because they want to hear something that everybody wants to hear it. Okay, yes, I want to hear it too, but not at the level that you have to come and be blaring and blasting it like that, as if you want to knock people's brains out of their heads and so on. This arrogance is everywhere on the road. We have a problem with the traffic backup. The traffic just dying, me see, from the time you hit, where is that? The Marisil flat going down into the Bois flat and so on. Sometimes all along, they try to solve it with that small innovative, roundabout by SNS and so on. But you pass there, you hit Rodney Bay, the traffic is just dead on you sometimes. And on top of it all, there are some people who believe that they have a right to stop and talk to somebody that they saw. And it's not just, hey man, let me tell you, make a round at the roundabout and come back and check me up there or whatever it is. They stop and they're talking to each other as if you are, I don't know, like they have a right to stay in the road. And if you tell them anything, they want to give you attitude and so on. I don't know if it's been done deliberately to show off their power or, I don't know, some weird things. The traffic is already at a crawl. When people get a chance, you just stop in the middle of the road for you and a partner to talk and so on. When there are ample opportunities for you all to move, pull over on the side. The mere fact that the traffic is moving so slow, it means that you can pull on the side, he can pull on the side, and you all can cross the road, and with very little risk of something happening to you, except with one of the show of bikers decide at this point, they have a lot of people, captive audience, so, to come whizzing around and maybe knock you. But it's very easy for you to cross the road because of the slow crawl of the traffic and talk to each other for a minute or two and then go back to your vehicles. They stop right in the middle of the traffic after you have been waiting, and they don't give a damn about it. I don't know, in our country, the way we think and the way we do things. There are countries in the world when people are high-strung and they're already irritated and so on, they can easily do something to you, And St. Lucia is going to be getting like that if it's not already there. Somebody going to get so irritated, if for no other reason that they need to go and use a bathroom, and you holding up the traffic more and they're ready to pee on themselves or worse and so on, and you're there doing it. Some irritation, somebody may end up doing something. Too much magic taking place and that is why I say, where are the police? If people knew they can get a ticket and they have to pay, if it's just $200 or $500 for that, they would think twice about doing it. It's because they know they can do this thing with impunity. So, Christopher, thank you very much for your message. Gaspar Henry, he says he's just checking on me. How am I? Gaspar, you have a reason to think I'm not well? Well, give me a call and find out, okay? I'm opening the phone lines now. I saw you in the news today about this lady at Denry that is apparently going for some bad situation and so on, and answering the call to help her. So, 487, that's right, 9849, 487-9849. You can WhatsApp call us on that, and 4533-911. Let's take the first call. 49. You can WhatsApp call us on that. Yeah, hi, good day, real issues. Let's take the first call.
Shelton.
You can WhatsApp call us on that. Yeah, hi, good day, real issues.
Yeah, what's going on, Shelton?
Yeah, hi, hey, what's going on? Who's this?
Well?
Yeah, hi, good day, real issues.
Yeah, what's going on, Sheldon?
Yeah, hi, hey, what's going on?
I can identify what you were talking about earlier on with these drivers. I said, a lot of these guys, if they were in a metropolitan country, a lot of them would not be able to drive this way. A lot of these guys, if they were in a metropolitan country, a lot of them would not be able to drive this way.
Yeah. And when you had the stories of road rage that they have in America and so on, people get into fights, people shoot people for this kind of things. Now, because of the gun culture that's developing in St. Lucia, I'm wondering, when is it that somebody, even a criminal deportee from the States who come back, angry, want to show they're more American than the Americans themselves,
Shelton, let me tell you one incident I had. I was driving, sometimes you overtake a vehicle, but you're on a straight road, so and my indicator is still on. This guy come and that guy literally passed a line of vehicle, overtake me. And when he overtake me, he put his 2 fingers up. The guy literally stopped and put his fingers up. One rage. I tell you, the guy, just because I left my indicator on, a simple thing like that. I'm like, what? Yes, because for a while I was even scared. I slowed down because I said before the guy follow me and stuff like that. Just for that, I'm saying to myself, wow, some people, they're so impatient sometimes. You're trying to, to be calm, but I always try my best, to always, because sometimes the guy's wrong and they want to be wrong and strong. So sometimes you have to humble yourself, you don't know what, because sometimes when you think little incidents like that can spark something and you never know. I mean, Senusha is so small. Yes, I think it's so ridiculous with that intolerance some people have, on the road with road rage all the time. So when you drive in on the road, I mean, you drive more for others than you drive for yourself.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what
But tell me, do you share my view and that of others that we're not seeing police on the road enough when it comes to highway patrol and trafficking and so on? Do you agree with that?
Definitely. That's why so many things happening. I know they always say lack of manpower, lack of resources, but that's just an excuse, and people know that they'll take advantage of that. I mean, I've traveled extensively. You go to Trinidad, even Barbados, on all major highways, there's always officers at all the intersections. Yeah, so if there were more police present, I believe there would be a difference. The guys know that police are hardly on the road, so they will get away with anything. So they will do whatever they want. And even when there's an accident, Shelton, another problem, the police, sometimes they take forever to turn on the scene.
Yeah, and you know what that does on the roads, on the road with the median barriers. When you have an accident there, the traffic is just dead. One accident paralyzes traffic.
Exactly.
For miles and miles and miles.
I know. This always happens here on the Cassis Goodway Highway. Yes, it's just ridiculous, and that's loss of productivity. A day you lose. You cannot go to work, you cannot do anything because you're late and stuff like that. So people have to be careful. And I'm saying we don't even have the roads for that. If we had roads like there's road in Matnik, maybe Balfini, yes, we don't even have roads and people choose to race. Yeah. But I giving kudos to Gaspar when I saw that story with the young lady from Denry, I believe, the homeless young lady, and stuff. So as an intervention, something has been done for her.
Yeah, well, I suppose they're working on something.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's really sad this day and age, and what's the weather these days? It's not even good for somebody to be out there like that. No, this is unacceptable.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, Shelton. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Don't overdo it. And remember, it's ginger ale and shandy to drink.
No, man. That's all I've been doing. That's my diet these days.
Oh, okay. All right then. Yes. Okay. Bye.
487-9849, the WhatsApp phone that you can call us on. WhatsApp, call us on that one, 487-9849. And you can also use 4533911. I hope that we're coming through clear on all our platforms and frequencies and so on, that you're getting us on 91.3 North, 91.5 South. If you're not, let us know. And also on the television. I know yesterday a couple people, no more than 2 or at most 3, said they had a little problem with the television at the time. So I don't know how it's going. A lot of times, like I have told you, I don't think the problem is at our end. It's a cable service, and so the cable provider probably can answer some questions about that. It doesn't mean that there's a problem coming from MBC at the time. It may be, but sometimes it's not from our end and so on. All right, 487-9849 and 4533911. There's something else that I wanted to talk about today, and it's the whole situation of the U.S. presidential elections and so on. And I looked at it, and people said about making excuses for Biden and so on. I don't know why we need to make excuses. Old age is old age. The little deteriorations that come in mental faculties and acuity and all of that with old age, they can happen to anybody. Some people, it happens to them earlier, some later, some it never happens. Some people die and they're in full possession of their faculties, They have all their wits and all their alertness about them and so on. That's the nature of life. It deals out different strokes to different folks. So I don't know why there is that defensiveness over Biden. But even after this whole debacle in that first debate with Donald Trump and so on, Biden has a press conference or some NATO event and so on, and Biden is referring to Zelensky. Volodymyr Zelensky as President Putin. Now he corrects himself, he comes back and says, Putin? Oh, it can't be Putin, you know, I mean, Putin's a person, he thinks he's thinking too much about beating Putin, and we're going to beat Putin and so on. And I'm saying, you know, you want to beat Putin, but you can't, you know, you're giving people the impression that beating Trump is something that's out of your reach right now. The question is, has Biden reached a stage where he does not even have the self-awareness, the capability to perceive his own defect and his own deficiency? So yes, he thinks he's perfectly fine. He thinks he's just in top shape to, you know, carry the fight to Trump and so on. He has lost the ability for self-perception, for self-awareness, for self-appraisal. The mental deterioration is such. So he refers to Zelensky as Putin. And then wanting to talk about his own Vice President, Kamala Harris, he talks about me and Vice President Trump. So instead of saying Vice President, well, this time he didn't even catch it to say, he turned back to correct himself. But he's referring to Kamala Harris as Trump. Trump is his Vice President now. And to me, all of this give out danger signs. So I don't know why there is all this debate and all of that. Should it be up to Biden to decide if he's running again? Cannot the Democratic Party make up, you know, their own minds about who their nominee will be and so on? I don't know. But here's the thought that came to me this morning, and I want to run it by you. Real issues, people. Do you think Barack Obama, in the same way that Trump came back after losing an election, Barack Obama didn't lose an election. He won 2 terms as president. He stayed the full 2 terms and he left because the Constitution does not permit him to run for a 3rd term. At least we now know that it doesn't allow you to run for a 3rd successive term. But cannot Barack Obama come back and run a fresh term as president after being out for 8 years? Is that the hope? Do you think he'll make a difference? Do you think he stands a great chance of making sure that Trump doesn't come back? That's a question I want to put to you. But we have a call on the line, I think. Good afternoon. Real Issues.
Shelton, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, hi. I'm doing okay.
I was just calling you to, I don't know if you, well, maybe you don't know, but do you know this guy who wants to sue St. Lucia for CIB or CPI? You know, he called Sky FM yesterday.
He wants to serve St. Lucia.
He wants to sue St. Lucia for CPI.
The Martinez fella?
Yeah, he called Sky FM yesterday.
And I'm guessing Champagne was the host, right?
Oh, definitely.
You don't need to hear for you to know. Go ahead. Tell me all about it. I'm all ears.
And, you know, Champagne felt good about that. But the conversation was about, you mentioned Eli, and he said he cannot speak much about it, but there is a lawsuit case in America, and he cannot say much, but he said quite a lot to Champagne. And I'm done listening. You know, let me tell you, I listen to Sky FM just to hear what they say, so I can report to you guys. Okay. Because I know for sure, St. Lucians are not stupid anymore. St. Lucians are a bright set of people, and they will not vote for UWP under Alan Shastny. Maybe if somebody else wants to head UWP, okay, but not under Alan Shastny. I'm hearing too many things about. I listened to Richard Frederick last night, and it was a very interesting show. And he came up with something about T.R. King, and a lot of St. Lucians didn't know about that, where he changed the law in the House of Assembly to accommodate T.R. King. So T.R. King don't pay whatever it is. He get a breakdown.
What he did, what that he granted him a waiver of the requirement to have a non-citizens or aliens landholding license. Yeah.
Right.
And he bought the land at a rate that is so much lower than what Richard Frederick, well, not Richard Frederick, what the NHC sold a piece of land to to Renuga Jada's daughter at Tapio Banan area there, you know. You know, the read that he's talking about, that it is some kind of skullduggery. Well, what is that? What accounts for you selling the land in Viewfort, prime industrial land, for $3.80 a square foot? Yeah.
So why would St. Lucian want to vote for a man like this again? I know what gets me upset when I listen to Sky FM. All those fellas on Sky FM are saying Alan Chasney is a visionary. Visionary what?
Visionary
to
what?
be mischievous to St. Lucian?
Yeah, where is the vision?
The vision is to be mischievous to St. Lucians.
So let me ask you something. What Martinez had to say on Sky FM, is there anything in it that is objectionable? Because somebody has sent me the audio clip, I think, or they put it in the real issues. Is there anything I should be afraid that, because I don't have time to review it now, but do you think there's anything that would be you know, distasteful for me to put on air or anything like that?
According to what I heard Richard Frederick say about Martinez, he's a convicted.
The guy's been to jail already, in both America and in France.
Right. So Richard Frederick also said that there is a lawsuit against Martinez that is owing someone.
Yeah, somebody who used to either work for him or work with him or was an investor, co-investor, whatever, is suing him, saying that Martinez owes him a good bit of money.
So there's nothing for any St. Lucians to be afraid of when it comes to Martinez.
Okay, all right. Okay, caller, thank you very much. All right, let's take that other call. All right, good afternoon. Real issues. You left that caller? Okay, I don't know why. Gaspar, if that was you calling, I'm about going for a break, so hurry and call back. Let's see if you can get the line before we go for the next commercial break. Yeah. Let's see if we...
I am very well, sir. It's an honor of you to call me on phone.
Let's see if we can get a piece of that Sky FM Martinez call.
Hello? Hello, how are you? I am very well, sir. It's an honor of you to call me on my show. How are you doing, sir? I'm good. I'm sorry I'm called by without any warning. I hope you don't mind. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not, sir. Like I said, it's a pleasure. It's an honor for you to call me on this show, because I was just talking about the CIP, and permit me, I was saying from my own little common sense, I understand the way of the world, and I know settlements are always made. So I was making the conversation about maybe there may be a settlement in your case. Am I right on that or no? Listen, settlement are part of business, of course. Yes. But I can assure you that there is absolutely no discussion of settlement at this stage between any of the parties. Okay. The reason you have not heard from me since the last interview with Lisa Joseph is simply because we have served the people that were suing, and now we are waiting for their legal response. Right. Okay. Once we have received their legal response, then we can amend the RICO lawsuit. So, you know, right now we are in a period of we're waiting for the response. That's why, you know, so there is nothing to talk about until we receive the response. And most of them has been served, except two individuals that have not been served yet because they claim that they travel. And that's it. So we are in a bizarre moment where we're waiting for legal response from them. We've made our move. We filed a RICO lawsuit, and I did hear the question of Mr. Mr. Hilaire being interviewed or questioned by Miss Joseph. Is unable to tell how many passports they have allocated to Galaxy. Right. Because he cannot come on the record and contradict what I say, because he knows that we are watching everything, and everything that is public, everything that's been said, will be part of the lawsuit. That's it. I've said what I was very bold in my interview with Shelton.
Yes, you were.
I said they gave 6,000 passports to the real estate projects. And 7,000 to the infrastructure project. That's 13,000 files, which could become 56,000 passports. Right?
Wow.
So it is what it is. I challenge Mr. Hilaire to give the numbers.
And that is the difficulty. That is the difficulty he was having. And out of the top of my head, I said that, and no one said that to me. I said that the government of St. Lucia apparently doesn't have a hands on this whole operation because they cannot give us numbers. Am I right on that?
No, you're absolutely wrong.
Okay.
They know exactly how much they've given to Galaxy.
Okay.
Because it has been confirmed to us by Mr. McLeod, and Mr. McLeod is the CEO of the CIP, so everybody knows.
Okay.
The number, or at least the board of the CIP and Mr. Hilaire.
Let's take that call. Let's take that call, and then we'll go to the break, and we'll come back. Yeah. Hi, caller. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Sasa.
Hello.
Hello.
Sheldon.
Yes.
Mr. Sheldon.
Yes.
Hello, forward là.
Yeah, forward là. Bonjour pour.
Ah, comment il est là?
Moi bien, merci.
Bonjour, comment vous m'entendez nous?
Oui, comment je nous peux parler by on à l'autre?
Je ne dois pas parler by l'autre, Nous là après papa bon Dieu. Moi là ka gourmet la la vie. Na oui, merci Dieu, après Dieu, na crié, na déparlé by toutes les autres qui préfèrent. Papa préserve nous, mais moi les autres là, on a qu'à tirer, on a changé.
OK.
Et nous va même changer pour nous dire qu'on nous va savoir qui ça qu'a viré. Nous cassons mauvais toujours, because of master qui ça la prière faire moun. Moun même si vous pouvez dire, moun tout cas pouvez dire. Mais tout même pas après décor, la prière va travailler là où. Vous comprenez? Vous n'y pouvez pas dire pour décor. La terre, moun va comprendre c'est la prière qui met. Après papa bon Dieu. Papa bon Dieu, nous love one another as I love you. You know if you say me love you. Mr. Sheldon Daniel. Chaque la message de Baïsal, m'a tout vous pleurer. Prédier tout seul, mais ça prédier. Bon matin, midi, soir. Mais ça prédier. Merci, moun ka di moi, ka nous commander pour forward.
Oui.
Forward là, après papa.
OK, forward là.
Moi, love, moi, 4 lettres. LV love.
Moi, bien content à nous, forward là. Il toujours comme manager au pour chez moi, les montants pas ou ka parler là, ou faire un petit appel ban nous.
Yes, nous là.
Eh bien, passez un bon restant vendredi et puis week-end et puis bon début nous allons parler en l'autre jour en l'autre soleil, OK? Merci un peu le forward là.
Autant qu'on même, autant pour même avec la famille.
OK. All right. Oh, please. All right, Jaquan, let's take a break right now. And when we come back, we'll play what more we can of this interview that we're told was on Sky FM, where Philip Martinez called and he was speaking of the host, Felix de Tourville, most commonly known as Champagne.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Good afternoon to Mahoney Oje of Year4, and I saw you just posted a comment on the Real Issues Facebook Live, Mahoney, and it is so on point that I had to highlight it because it is the question I wanted to ask myself as soon as I came back. Who the whatever is Philip Martinez to want to feel that he has to bring St. Lucia government to book and that we must account to him for how many passports we sold to Galaxy or whoever else? How does that become Martinez's legitimate business of the sovereign decision of St. Lucia exercised for his citizenship by investment unit that we have to answer to him. I'm getting the feeling that this is a guy who somebody told him, make some noise. St. Lucia will become so afraid, they'll tremble, they'll be so scared that they will come to some settlement with him. That Martinez is broke. Martinez owes people money. His filmmaking business, whatever, has not succeeded and so on. Martinez has a shady history that prevents him from attracting new investors. And this is, to me, a kind of a shakedown, an attempted shakedown to try to say, reach a settlement with me and I'll not take the lawsuit forward. I don't know who this guy thinks he's dealing with. Anyway, we have a call on the line, I think. Good afternoon, Real Issues. Hello.
Good afternoon, Shelton. I'm here.
Yeah, how you doing?
Shelton, I thought I was supposed to answer. Shelton, this is absolutely not the way it's written.
Tell me. I'm amenable to manners.
Shelton, I am calling you. Wait, Shelton, I understand why you would not tell me that I don't have a criminal history, so you will not tell me. You will not tell me that it is an honor to call you. You will not tell me it is a pleasure that I'm taking time.
And you have to understand one more thing. This is not the season of champagne. This is the season of ginger election day.
Time of a busy schedule to take a champagne break.
Ça c'est pas saison champagne, ça c'est saison ginger. Yeah. Nice drink. Ginger ale sorti. Diamite bao.
It comes out inadvertently all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much we said in ginger ale and buying ginger ale.
You know what I mean?
But Shelton, come on. You mean the former Prime Minister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassed young Rihani Isidore.
Mm-hmm.
Was ashamed of him.
He's embarrassed for him.
He's embarrassed for him.
Mm.
Guide yourself. Give me guilty. I will not be speaking to any criminals.
Mm-hmm. Ah, vérité.
Okay. Ça c'était pour fêter mon compte. Mais Jordi joue chasse n'est tellement taxe. Et puis, ex-con. Moun qui j'ai fait. Et ça comme, c'est pas un jour you want to être des autres.
Mm-hmm.
Ok? Philippe Martinez. Shine, and he not the shine from Beaufort. Jacqueline. All of these are seasoned criminals.
Exactly.
In whatever field they chose their criminality.
Exactly.
But they have visited the walls of prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And today, you, Shelton,
Mm-hmm.
expose me too. And wait, but we don't know if Paddy will get a chance because Paddy ram a woman's foot on the airport.
Mm-hmm.
The place that's supposed to be the safest.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, you're operating as a terrorist, but the man is so proud to have an ex-con call him. A con man call him. That he is, oh my God, he's ecstatic, he's elated. Shelton, you know of United Workers' Party?
Mm.
You know on the Giro, them fellas would have never joined the party. You know that?
Tell me about it.
On that Giro, not even Shannon McIntyre, Giro McIntyre.
Would she?
Have been a member of United Workers'
Say me not even his own daughter he would have allowed to join the party?
No.
Okay.
What? I mean, come on. She was there. She served as a temporary senator. Oh, wait. What's her legacy? She's Shelton. Under Henry Girodi, Sir John George Melvin Compton was not yet knighted. When Henry Girodi tells the man used to ask Girodi how high.
Mm-hmm.
Them fellas that then now could have never been members, let alone to be speaking so effectively stupid on behalf of the party. Come on, let me tell you, that is the carcass. My God of United Workers Party, the last of the Mohicans left your things all have some weight. Huh? When the king left the throne, they broke down the throne. So you don't think you'll have any weight? And Philip, Joseph, Pierre, that man 18, the man walking by, watch now, the man promised the super fishermen money to rebuild, and start to rebuild. Honorable Mia Motley is doing the same thing. The man set up pro and semi-pro league in football. Honorable Mia Motley is doing the same. Toothpaste guys, everything the man touched turns to both ginger ale, green feed, and what's the other one? Let me tell you, and if they don't like it, they can put it in the pipe
And smoke it.
Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and your weekend. Hey, tomorrow is Calypso final. South Calypso set coming up to take their crown and go down. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Okay, before we get to another call, let me see how much more of that interview that I can play with Philip Martinez and oops, what's happening there? Yeah, let's try to play.
Know exactly how much they've given to Galaxy. But the problem for them is they were not expecting that I would tell the numbers in an interview with Lisa Joseph. That's it.
Yes.
So, no, this is just the beginning of the process, sir. This is going to be a long process, but the truth will come out of this process, and that's the fight that we have started. Because the problem is that these people are selling your passport, and as they did in St. Kitts, under the legal price.
Yes.
And they can say what they want. We have the contract, we have the invoice proving it. And that's what we will do in a U.S. federal court.
Yeah. Is there a time frame? Are you guys willing to give them a particular amount of time before they could adopt your court case? Is there a time that you're willing to give?
Well, unfortunately, I'm not in control of the length, but I believe that their first move is going to be what Hilaire said, which is to try to being dismissed from the case, right? Just that dismissal argument could take as much as a year.
Wow.
And then you go into the discovery process, which could take a couple of years, and then you go to trial, right? So this is a long fight, but I think I've been very clear that I've given all evidence to the U.S. authority prior to file the RICO case. And I'm sure that you saw that a lot of people have been arrested with passports from the Caribbean, Chinese, for money laundering in the United States and in England.
I have.
So I cannot possibly believe that the U.S. government will turn a blind eye on what's going on.
Now, I'm happy earlier when you said there's always settlement in business, but because the U.S. government is involved, is that a possibility that there could be settlement?
Well, you have two things, right? Whatever the U.S. government is or not investigating right now, and allow me not to confirm or deny any investigation going on.
Absolutely.
But has nothing to do or with me. I'm the person that has brought them the evidence, right? Because I believe that laws have been broken, right?
Yeah.
So what happened on that scenario, I'm not in control, but I'm confident that people on this side are paying a lot of attention on what's going on.
I believe
and
that.
I cannot say more than that, and I'm sure you understand.
Mr. Martinez, I understand very much, but I want to also thank you for bringing out that kind of information about a month and a half ago to the people of St. Lucia, because we were really not aware of these kinds of scandals while we were...
So, Champagne lapping it all up with great delight, you know, whatever the soup or the pablum or the cream or the poison, whatever that Martinez, you know, really, you know, drinking it, you know, with relish. And I just listened to Martinez. This guy is just so arrogant. Who is this guy to want to come and question a sovereign nation and, you know, about how much they sell their CIP and so on, and you try to make that a U.S. issue? What kind of real U.S. issue is it if we underprice our CIP and so on, because it passes through a U.S. bank that makes it, you know? So I'm selling something, I discount it, the price and so on, below the price that is set in my laws. That becomes a racketeering thing. That becomes something that's something that impacts the U.S., that we are running a racket through a U.S. bank and so on, because I decide to lower my price. I mean, if that's the case, there's a lot of racketeering, you know. Amazon advertises something and I buy it and they decide to give me a discount or whatever and so on. Right away, it's a racketeering that's taking place. I mean, this sounds so foolish. This thing, like I have said before, the same time when they were making a big deal of the Jufali case I predicted correctly that this thing is going to get pissed upon from a height. And that Martinez thing, if it makes it to any kind of trial or is accepted by the U.S. court, you know, for determination and so on, I think this thing is going to be tossed out with contempt. We have a call on the line. Good day. Real issues.
Good day, Shelton. Good day. Good day.
Yes, hello.
For 1 minute, I thought I was listening to the late night show, show with one of the comedians.
Well, I don't know this thing. I don't know. It sounds like a whole cast of clowns that they, you know. But anyway, let's not spend too much time on them.
I agree, because who the hell this guy is to tell and determine for St. Lucia what we should and we should not do with our passports.
That's what I'm wondering. You know, a jailbird that wants to come and dictate to us who we must sell at, what price we must sell, and this kind of thing. That's not answerable to Martinez or to any U.S. court. And, you know, this goes to show the lack of confidence that the leader of the opposition has in himself. You are leader of the opposition, chairman of Public Accounts Committee. Bring this to Parliament, that our passports are being sold at an illegal price or illegally discounted and so on, whatever, and you bring that up in St. Lucia. Bring a motion. You bring in motion for every kind of thing. Now you have to rely on a jailbird to go and try to litigate our sovereign right in a U.S. court. I mean, come on.
Because c'est pour ça, les gars, nous, c'est ici à bêtise. C'est pour ça, les gars, nous sommes magie, gars, ça. What is wrong with these fellas, man? No. But I don't think St. Lucia is the land of Derek Walcott and Sir Arthur Lewis. I really don't think so, because that is what apparently these fellas thinking. That we are not that kind of people. We are not educated. We don't understand. We don't seem to know anything at all. We don't have the knowledge. That is what is. My friend, you are nobody but a bloody jailbird who has taken prison in 2 separate countries. Okay, and as you said, not a day, not a remand process. You are sentenced to prison for an extended amount of time. Just like Shine, who did 10 years, and let me tell you, that case might still come up again because of what is going on with PDD.
That's right. Good point. Good point.
You know, you are dealing with a whole heap of criminals. When you look at a man who is doing a little reporting, maybe I've had a little mishap. He has not taken a day in prison, you know, but you want to look at him and tell you don't talk to criminals. Huh? Man, exactly. I tell you, St. Lucia, every single day I'm telling you all, open up your eyes, open up your ears. Remember, do not get complacent. Yes, it is good to say, by what they are doing, we will win the elections. Don't just say that.
Exactly.
Exercise that right.
Exactly.
Leave your home from the day the polls are open. The polls are open.
Yes.
And send an emphatic statement to Alan Shastney and his criminal cohorts that we are not going to tolerate you any longer. We do not want you in our politics, not in the government, not as a district representative. It is about time. Shelton Masama de 2.5 years, or 2 years lavini in a hurry. Pali really foreman. You know? Because this thing is getting really ridiculous at this time. It's really, and you have Champagne. Champagne, we just made the lapot la bayamon. When I'm going to charge you $12,000 like Vinicon Champagne, and you go for I charge you $12,000 because it's some guy that tila ham ramadia pa femme assez couillon. Yeah. So anyway, Shelton, you have a wonderful weekend. To the callers, to all those listening around the world, have a blessed weekend. Be safe, my people. Moi-même, comme ça, m'a gardé carnival, m'a involve carnival. But, m'a sans empêcher, moun fait ça, yo vle. Just try to do the best that you all can. Remain sober as much as possible. The criminal activities, please do not entertain them. Try your best to be on your best behavior and have a safe and wonderful weekend, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, Bernard. I think maybe we can take 1 or 2 more calls if we have people on the line. So let's try to get through a couple more calls before we wrap it up. Yeah, hi caller, good afternoon. The real issues.
Good afternoon, Shelton. Good afternoon to your viewers and listeners.
Hey, how you doing now?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. How are you?
When are you going up to New York to meet with Martinez to confess your role in this racket and in this scandal and in this...
What, sorry? Let me tell you, Shelton. I'm not hearing you properly. Hearing you faintly.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to wish everyone on St. Lucia and those visiting, a very happy Carnival weekend. We have a lot of activities happening so in the Kiddies Carnival and the Calypso Finals. Always my favorite part of the entire season as it relates to musical shows. But I also want to point out something, Shelton, I noticed just driving, and that was through the Balata area, right? And it points to our national pride and or lack thereof, Shelton. I happened to see a lady emptying a bag into a drain somewhere in the Balata area. Now, that bag appeared to be maybe organic matter, but it appeared to be leaves and all these things. But at the same point in time, even if it's biodegradable, what you doing is clogging up the drain.
Exactly.
You know, and if she's doing that, there's no doubt there are other people, or this may not be the first time she's done it, and there may be other people doing it, and a woman for that matter.
Yeah. If it's a bag, just leave it tied in the bag and put it in the bin or whatever for collection or whatever. In fact, if it is leaves and so on, I mean, come on, around there, there's a lot of people who do gardening and so on, and I suppose all the the organic matter would be welcome.
Yes, yeah, Shelton. But that's just why I wanted to say it was really, racking at me that, because I was concerned about it. And that might be a habit that's so pervasive around the island, and we don't understand the implications of that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
All right, but once again, have a wonderful weekend to your viewers and listeners. And I hope, this is an incident-free carnival. And,
the lucky Primo DX ball drawn is 2x.
Now back to our regularly scheduled.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues.
folks, we apologize. There seemed to be a little confusion. At one time, it seemed like the lotto was coming in, and then it cut off again, and then the computer seemed to have done a little loop. Or I don't know what it was. Like I told you, the computer was acting up today, so that's why we had a bit of a late start. So I don't want to get into something else, extending the discussion, and then, the lotto comes in. It's a little bit jarring, and I think we've had enough of that. So we'll just call it a day and a week on that one, okay? Jaquan, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I know this thing has kind of stressed you out, but this is the world of operating systems that we do not design, that we do not make, and so on. So we are very mindful about our commitments to our advertisers and so on, and the lotto is one of those that has been with MBC for a very long time. So we don't want to take any liberties with that. Like I said, I think it's about the only ad that I know that we don't have in our system as something that is pre-stored, that it comes on as a live connection and so on at the time that they just come to us and so on. So we have to respect that. Thank you very much, everyone. I think it's been a great week. I've certainly enjoyed it. Thank you very much, for your support and for your participation. I really should have gone to the Facebook Live and try to read some of the comments there, but I think you understand the uncertainty that you have to deal with. So on behalf of all of us here at MBC and Real FM, to all of you out there in Radio Land, in TV Land, in Facebook Live Land, in YouTube live streaming land, and so on, all of you within the domestic space and out in the diaspora, take care of yourselves. Be safe this weekend. Shelton Daniel signing out and saying, God willing, all things equal, we'll start back again next week on the next available occasion from 12:30 to 2 p.m. for another run of The Real Issues. Bye for now.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here.